Hello everybody, welcome back to we're playing another game of Total War Warhammer. I'm the strategy professor. Into Greenskins, huh? Could run Bretonia. What? Did I have a Warriors of Chaos build that was okay into that? I can't remember. I think that was against Vampire Counts. I can't remember. I'll just run VCs into them, whatever. I kind of like this matchup. I think. I think this is a skill matchup. I think he can definitely beat me, and I can definitely beat him. This is a pretty even matchup. Bretonia is really good into them. I don't know. I've almost lost his Bretonia as well. I'll just go ahead and do it. Fine. I need to watch this like a hawk, make sure they don't switch over to Bretonia or something at the last second. You click once if they do it. You put them on your troll list and you move on. Okay. Okay, good. Hope we get a good clean fight here. So basically, I think with this you can win a slugfest. It's really hard against the Greenskins to win a slugfest when they're sitting there casting itchy and sneaky. A lot of it's all about getting good flanks with your cavalry to help break them open. We should have cavalry superiority. I mean, if they run a lot of boy biggins, that could be a problem, but cannon rates are really good there. And Cryptors are okay in that situation. The orc cavalry requires a very, very high amount of micromanagement because they're terrible. Like in normal melee combat, like you really have to charge cycle them hardcore. You absolutely cannot let those guys just sit there and fight in combat because they're garbage. I mean, they have more penetration per gold than a lot of other cavalry do for other factions, but that means on hit, when they get the charge in, it's going to deal a lot of damage. But they have extremely low melee attack. I think normal board boys it's like 16 or something. And they have very low armor. So you really don't want them taking hits and you don't want them stuck in combat. You have to cycle charges big time with the boars to make them effective. So Stern's been in there. I mean, if we can take out the Goblin, that's good. Night Goblin Shaman, that's usually a key to victory. You could shut that up. But if we just get some good charges in their back, I think that'll be pretty good too. Now, if they have Doom Divers right here, this could be bad to clump up like this. We'll see. Okay, what do they have? Flying Lord, Boy Biggins, only 2. Okay, they do have Doom Divers, so we need to fan out. Gosh. I need to stand near this corpse card in the back and the regenerator. What are these? Savage? Yeah. He has a pretty strong line. He's got kind of a weak cav line. I think we can beat him up. We should be able to regenerate through a lot of this. Alright, so he's trying to knock out my line. More of those? Biggins. Okay, so he does have normal Savage Orcs. He's got a decent helping of Biggins. Okay, so he's really trying to focus out these turnsmen. Let's go ahead and pop a single regen on him. Okay, so I want to see if I can use goblins to tie up this side over here. And get into those boars. Actually, I'm content to sit here. If he doesn't want to charge me, I'm content to just work this side like this. Really? That's all we did on the charge? They don't have charge protection or anything. What are these? Are these those Stearnsmen? Jesus. What is that? Is that a foot of Gork or something? Yeah, it probably is. Get those out of there. Corpse card in there. Let's get the zombies over here. Get in there. I can use him to tie up a bunch of stuff, probably. Back him up. Get in there. Charge him. Yeah, he's forgotten about these units over here. Corpse cart, get in here. Holy cow. Alright, I need to get over here and charge these things in the back. Alright, so we did collapse this flank pretty well. Let's rotate around. Alright, let's back out. Alright, my dude's getting in trouble over here. I need to back him out. I might lose my word over here. I need to get my card over here. Alright, charge him in the back like that. Alright, let's back it up, back it up. I think he just killed a lot of his own stuff right there. I'm not really sure. Alright, let's go in here and charge them again in the back. Charge him in the back. Alright, cycle charges again. Just as I get to 6, I need to heal my lord up again. He might already be at the cap. Can't tell offhand. Guys, get out of that stuff. Gosh, I've been telling him to get off of these goblins. Whatever they are. The Doom Divers. Man, he's about gone. That's fine. I didn't try to keep my lord alive. Can he heal anymore? He can still heal. A little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle this charge a little bit more. Got enough for a Spirit Leech? Not yet. Alright, forget that. Go kill everything else. Forget the Lord. Forget the Lord. Go kill everything else. That Lord's just taking way too long to kill. Go kill everything else.
I obey.
I just want to kill everything he has. He's gonna try to go for my lord, so I need to get out of there. Alright, good. So we've got everything else on the run. Alright, let's surround him with everything else we have. Actually, let's go kill these things right here. And go in there and try to get a hit on him. Okay, they're all running. Rotate back over here. Don't let him get his ward on me. Okay, good, we got him. He got scared and ran. Okay, good fight, good fight. The last couple of Vampire Counts versus Greenskins I've fought have been really good fights. That's another match where I think it's pretty fair. I think that both sides can do well. It just feels like a big skill matchup, right? Like who has the best composition, who micros the best. There's not, neither one of these factions can really do anything that's super troll. I mean, I guess you could, maybe. I think Greenskins might be one of the most honest factions out there. Like, there just aren't a lot of troll tactics you can do with them, but they're very powerful, which is cool. The Vampire Counts are very similar in this patch. I don't think there's a lot you can do troll-wise that would be effective. I mean, most of the really troll stuff comes from flying units. The Terror Bomb tactic with Vampire Counts can be on the troll side against Bretonnia, but I think there is counterplay to it. Those Doom Divers are actually really good. I don't usually run Doom Divers against Vampire Counts, but it's really good against my build. Didn't have a ton of really fast units, and he was able to protect his Doom Divers pretty well with Orc Warboy Biggins and Orc Biggins. So, I think if he were to run a Night Goblin with Sneaky Stab and Itchy Nuisance, he probably would have won this battle, honestly. Foot of Gork is really splashy, it looks cool, but it really doesn't do that much damage for how much it costs. Like, it does some, and it can also damage your own units. So you have to have, like, the perfect Foot of Gork. I mean, I've lost a Foot of Gork before. In a Greenskin on Greenskin battle. I've definitely lost to that spell. But I feel like the itchy, sneaky, stabby for the Night Goblin is really the way to go. It's so powerful. I mean, it would have let him decimate me on the line. The one thing he is missing is Black Orcs. Now, Black Orcs aren't awesome against me, though, so maybe that was a good call. I mean, Black Orcs are good at beating down Brave Guard and just other basic infantry units, but they're not that great in a Karen race, and they're not that great into cavalry, and they're not that great into Crypt Horrors, so I don't know, maybe I should run less Black Orcs when I go against Vampire Counts. I still think they're just too powerful to pass up. Like, I think you have to run at least 3 of them. They just scale so well with Sneaky Stabbing. I guess he didn't run Sneaky, though, so that's fine. They have so much damage output and just a ton of armor. They're just super powerful, but they have kind of a low melee attack because they don't, they don't get a bonus against infantry like most of the top tier infantry for other factions. So it's a give and take. They are very expensive, though. I like running Savages. I like that idea because they're immune to psychology, so my terror and my fear doesn't work on them. I like the Biggins were very good against me because I have quite a few large units that are very important. Orc Warboy Biggins, I don't know. I mean, I'm inclined to say they're not worth it. He did give me pause. It made me think about whether I wanted to fight them or not. But in general, I just think they're too expensive for what they are. They do get a bonus versus large, but it's not really that much. It's like 8. And they just get shredded by Blood Knights, I think. I'm not really sure. So I think what really won me that fight was he didn't use the left half of his army for the vast majority of the fight. If he would have actually collapsed and flanked around, because he had so much more infantry than I did, and he could have easily flanked around on that left side. Remember, all this stuff over here on this side wasn't really being used, and I took the fight to his right side. And then I just sent some like zombies, my lord over here, and the lord and the zombies tied him up forever over there. It kept him out of the fight on the right for a very long time. It gave me enough time to kill all the Biggins, or the Boar Boy Biggins, and then work my way through like 1 battalion of Orc Biggins. So by the time he, got over there to my right side, it was already too late. So if he would have wrapped around much sooner, I think he would have won that. I didn't have he screened for his Doom Divers very well, and he was just constantly just spamming those Doom Divers into those huge melee scrums. And I guess he wasn't hitting his own units that much. You can friendly fire with them, but they are also very accurate to fire into crowds. So overall, really solid fight. I think if he would have just managed his left flank a little bit better, he probably would have had to fight. Also, if he would have just run the Night Goblin Shaman, I think his infantry line would have crushed me. This is a fight that I used to pick all the time. Last patch, I picked Greenskins into Vampire Counts all the time, and I still like the matchup. You just have to micro it pretty well. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this fight. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to check out the rest of the videos on the channel. We have a ton of great content. Lots of Total War Warhammer battles. We also have legendary campaigns, so if you want to check those out, those are a lot of fun too. They're pure campaigns, which means we don't abuse the auto-resolve system, we don't assassinate lords, we don't do any other type of exploitative behavior, so it's just good, clean, pure fun, lots of great fights, lots of great strategy on the campaign map, so those are a ton of fun. Check them out. People are enjoying them for the most part. And yeah, that's going to be it. It's always a pleasure broadcasting for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.